before we put our mask on, does everybody have that card? That card
I
also.
will get it.
Let's start out with the concentric squares. When we get ready, then just hold it in one spot and be looking at the circles. We're going to do it for a minute. So everybody begin and just hold the card in one spot and look at the circle. You can look anywhere in the circle. Once again, the eye loves to wander. It does not like to look at one thing for too long. It's like trying to keep children still, right? It just doesn't
Yeah.
work. Look at the one spot, go around anywhere in the circle, go with fuzzy eyes and no concentration. When the minute's up, I'll get everybody to just close their eyes. Have you tried this with your advanced Mindsight, Dahlia?
Yes, definitely.
You'll have to tell us if there's any difference.
The difference was I didn't have an after image.
Ah.
Oh, that's interesting because you're not looking with your eyes, you're looking with mine.
hmm
That's cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's a minute, so everybody just close their eyes now and just enjoy the after image. This is a little trick to help fool the intuitive mindsight to come on because it looks very similar to that. Things are very fuzzy and they can be momentary. Now, also you notice if you try to concentrate on this, on any of these squares, now that you're looking at them, they may disappear. But then if you just relax your eyes and relax yourself, the squares reappear. And Mindsight is much like that as well. So just enjoy the image. You can get different effects happening with that. Just have fun with it and enjoy it. It is a way to help open the intuitive level Mindsight. And of course, anything that opens the intuitive level Mindsight will also help with the advanced. Everybody have their color card. Whoever is not reading it, just follow along and say yourself what the color is, not the word. Okay, so Pam, would you like to read the color, not the word?
Yellow. No, that's the word. Red, yellow, blue, green, blue, red, green, blue, purple maybe, orange, green, black, not green, yellow, black, not black. That must be blue. Red, black, yellow, red, green, orange.
Okay, and you can really feel that back and forth, eh? It really
Yeah. And I practice that every day, and my mind is still going back and forth.
Go ahead and put our masks on. We'll get started, especially for Pam, if you have a bright light nearby. And if anybody wants to, if they're doing anything with their patches or experimenting, feel free to do any of that. At this point, breathe slow. Anytime during our class when you want to get more relaxed, just do this slow, deep breathing. Slow is good. It reduces your blood pressure. It reduces your heart rate for sure. And it just relaxes you. And it tends to get you more out of your left brain and put you into your right brain. And once again, everything we do here is opposite of school. You can slouch in your seat. You can get relaxed. You can just allow yourself to daydream. When you allow yourself to daydream, you're moving into your right brain. So if you totally let go, yawning like Pam is, that's very good. The teacher doesn't like to see you yawn in school. They will make comments like, didn't you get enough sleep? But here, we encourage it. So the more yawning, the better. We discovered that when we yawned at that moment, I could see the colors, I could see the numbers. There's something about yawning that seems to connect you to your right brain. Yawning, smiling, laughing, feeling good, feeling grateful, feeling happy, all of those things help to put you in your right brain where your Mindsight is. They're all good things to do. And not concentrating is good to do also. That helps you move away from your left brain. Concentration is a left brain thing. And we have to do that in school, but here we want to be in our right brain so we don't concentrate. We can even take the attitude we don't care. Just let whatever happens, happens. And don't try to direct anything. Just be a passive observer. Hear my voice off into the distance. The right brain operates very independently and it operates automatically. If you feel yourself drifting into that hypnagogic state, just allow it. It's harmless. And remember, no matter what, you ultimately are in control. If you had to answer the door, if you had to take an emergency phone call, if there was a problem at your house, you can be back in your left brain in a split second. So no worries at all. This is just to get us started. It's one of the colored cups. And we have a choice of the turquoise blue, the red, the light green, and the yellow. And which cup is in your screen? Okay, Pat got it correct. Very well done, Pat. Dahlia got it correct. Well done, Dahlia. Sharon got it correct. Well done, Sharon. And Artie got it correct. Well done, Artie. And Pam, try one more try I'll tell you, it's the yellow. I've got the Nikolai card, and I'm going to randomly stop my finger in one of the symbols. And it's that one there. Pat, that's correct. So it's either a square, plus, triangle, or circle. Ellie, that's correct. Pam, try again. And Sharon and Artie have it correct as well. So one more try, Pam, but just let go. What appears in your basic mindset, in your intuitive level mindset, is a very fuzzy image usually, and it can be fleeting, but it feels different than your imagination. It has a different feel to it. One is the circle. That's okay. A lot of times it will play that game. It will come to the very last one. In this case, I'm actually going to take that card with the words that have the colors, and I'm going to point my finger at a word. Write the name of the word, not the color. So this one is opposite to what we usually do. What is the actual written word here? Correct, Dahlia? That's correct, Pat. Interesting, Pam. You're actually saying the color of the word. So well done in the intuitive level mindset. Okay. And for Sharon and Artie, yes, it is the word purple. Both of you got it correct. So that's interesting, Pam. You actually did see the color, not the word. I'm going to take a yellow arrow. It's going to point to one of the 12 positions on an analog clock. Now, as long as you get it within 1 hour, that's close enough, especially the hours like 1 and 2 or 10 and 11. It can be difficult to see the exact spot. So I'm going to hold it up in the screen, and the arrow is this is the hour arrow. It's pointing to one of the 12 numbers on an imaginary clock. Which one? Okay, that's correct, Pat. That's correct, Dahlia. That's correct, Sharon. And Artie, that's correct. And Pam, what number would this represent? Okay, now if you turn that upside down, you get it correct. Okay. That's interesting. That's a game of the mindsight as well. So therefore, let's try it one more time, and we're going to point it at another number. And what will it be? There it is. It's in your screen. What number on an imaginary clock would that be? That's correct, Pat. Correct, Dahlia. Close enough, Sharon. That's within 1 hour. Yes, Pam. Very good. And Artie, very good. Excellent, Pam.
Hey, thank you.
Very good. Okay, we're going to try that one more time, only with a purple arrow. And the purple arrow is pointing at one of the imaginary hours. Which one is it? So, Pat, that is correct. Now, it's interesting you say that, Pam, because that's what it looks like to me, and you're reading my mind. Okay. Dahlia, you got it correct. Sharon, that's correct. Artie, that's correct. I'm putting one of those words, they're white letters on purple. And what word is it? And in Pam's case, you can actually read the word if your full-blown mindsight's coming open. That's correct, Pat. Or Pam, if you see one or more of the letters, that's correct, Dahlia. That's correct, Artie. And Sharon, that's correct. Any one or more of the letters. Try one more time. I will say that sometimes the mindset gets muddled up with V's and W's. So you're in the ballpark. Try one more time, Pam. See if you can see any letters at all. We're trying to move you to your advanced level mindset. So if you have any dot or dots that you have in your visual field, look through those. That's what we need to do to get you to the higher level mindset. Okay, you may need to get your flashlight going. Do you see any one of these letters? Try one more letter just for fun. What do you get appearing in the darkness of your mask? Remember, they're very vague and hazy. Yes, that is one of the letters. Very good. Excellent. It's a B. The word is vocabulary. Let's just take a rest. Now that you're all rested, we're going to let the fun begin. This is going to be one of those remote viewings again. At 6:50 p.m. Eastern Time here, I took an article from the house and I laid it on the round table here behind my computer, and I took a picture of it, all at 6:50 p.m. So that is exactly 40 minutes ago. It's 7:30 now. This was at 6:50. So visualize either a digital or analog clock that says 6:50 and what sorts of things are coming into your consciousness. Now, this is not thinking, this is allowing. So be a passive observer. For the intuitive level mindset, you have to be a passive observer where you let go of that intellectual left brain. And we could start with colors, we could start with shape, We could start with material. We could start with size. Whatever comes to you, write down on your board. But you can come in the past to 650, or you can come at the present time right now and also see the object. You could also read my mind. Okay, Artie says metal and round. There's no metal on it, but it is round at one end. There's two areas at the one end that are round. So that's great. Pam says circular, so that works also. And Dahlia says green. Yes, there is green on it. That is the predominant color. Well done, Dahlia. Two other colors on this. Okay, everybody's at once here. Okay, there's one part of it that is flat, Pam. Sharon says brown. Try again. Pat says black. Try again. Dahlia says painty on other end.
Pointy.
Oh, pointy. Okay. Loosely, it is pointy at one end, and at the other end, yes, you could say it's pointy on both sides. You could almost cut yourself if you pressed hard against it. It's that pointy. Artie says white and red. That is excellent. Well done, Artie. White, red, green. What is the last color? Sharon says black. Pam says blue. Okay, it is a dark blue, which, black can be confused for dark blue. So we'll give that to both of you. Okay, so we have an article here that is red, white, dark blue, and green. Okay, all three ladies say plastic. Pam, Pat, and Dahlia said plastic simultaneously. So plastic is correct, and there's two kinds. Does anybody need to call a friend?
Yeah.
Did anybody used to watch that show?
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
time.
I used to love that show. Cylinder. You could say it is a cylinder, but loosely, Sharon. In other words, one end is a cylinder, the other end is slightly different shaped. Dahlia says holiday related. I would say this is something for the whole year. Pam says the word two and the number two. Pam is onto something here. Pam is picking up something intuitively. And Sharon says Canada. The word Canada is on it. Artie says some liquid in it. Well, Artie is more or less correct. It's not specifically a liquid, but it's liquid-like. How's that? Pam says aerosol. Try again. Pam, when you had the word T-O, those two letters are in the name of what this article is. You're picking that up in your intuitive mind. Sharon says bottle. Well, loosely, we could say it is a container that holds something. We're getting there. We're very close. Pam says hard. The only hard part is the top where the material that's inside comes out. The rest is not. Okay, Pat just got it. Okay, lift your mask up and I'll show you what it is. Toothpaste. There's
Yay!
the hard top. There's
Oh,
the
yay.
point. You can hurt yourself on those points, and that's
Yep.
loosely
Oh,
a
that's
point.
great.
Dark blue.
And there's your four colors.
Yay.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Well
That was
done.
tricky.
Yeah, it was made in Canada on the back. And when Pam said T-O, she had the first two letters of the article. It's toothpaste. Pam, your intuitive mind was trying to tell you what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
So you're very strong in the intuitive side. We're trying to just move you up to the advanced level Mindsight now.
Yeah,
Very good.
definitely.
Mask
Yeah.
back down. I'm really impressed that you got the first two letters. I'm holding an article in the screen. I'm moving it around. It has a color and a shape to it. Yes, that's correct, Pat. Now, Pam, just go completely empty. If you let go, your intuitive mind will give this to you. Yes, that's correct, Artie. Yes, Dahlia. Yes, Sharon. Very good. Do you see a color, Pam? Yes. It's a dark blue pen. Yes, it is. Very good. Well done. Going to put the Nikolai card in my screen, and I'm going to point up at one of the four symbols. That's correct, Pat. You got it. Pointing it, you may get a vague image, Pam. Okay, that one is next to it, but what's this one that I'm pointing at? That's correct, Dahlia. That's correct, Sharon. Yes, that's correct, Artie and Pam. Okay, interesting. That's what's on the other side of it. Visualize the open square on one side, the open triangle on the other side, and what is between them. This one. There's only two choices now. That's above, Okay, so you've gone all the way around it, and that's a trick of the Mindsight also. Well done on doing that. So obviously it is the cross. Your Mindsight has quite a sense of humor there, Pam.
Yeah.
Loves to play little games, and that's okay. We let Mindsight play. It's like that little girl that wants to just have fun. So we can work with that. I'm going to take a three-letter word on a card here, and I'm going to point at one of the letters on this card. Which is it? That's correct, Pat. That's correct, Dahlia. Yes, that's correct, Sharon. And Artie, that's correct. You'll see a nail right under the letter. It could be the first, second, or third letter of the word. Which letter am I actually pointing at? Yes, well done. It is the U. Very good, Pam. Excellent. I'm taking that card from the other day. It's that black puck with the red maple leaf. And I'm pointing at one of the letters, the word puck, P-U-C-K, and I'm pointing down at one of the letters. Which letter is it of that four-letter word? That's correct, Pat. You got it. Yes, Stella, you got it. Pam, you got it. Well done.
Thank you.
And just lift your mask up to verify. See, look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, and Artie got it, and Sharon got it. Well done. Taking a red cup, beer cup, and I'm putting a dice inside. Now I'm looking down at the dice, and I take note of how many dot or dots are on it. So there's the pattern, which represents a number. So I'm saying both in my mind, holding it up to the screen now. So you'll see a red cup in your screen. Lift yours up, Pat. Well done on that. You got the
Okay.
exact number. So what's the exact color now? Artie says the color of the cup. That's correct. Artie also has the number correct. Well done. Try again on the color, Artie, for the inside. Interestingly enough, Sharon got the color of the dice inside, but she's off by one for the number. That's her intuitive Mindsight coming alive, playing that off by one. And yes, Pat, you have all three things correct now. Pam, your intuitive Mindsight is engaged, playing that off by one game also. This is interesting. Everybody's Mindsight is lighting up here, their intuitive level. Okay, it's the other way, Pam. Hey, Dahlia got it exactly. You got the color and the number. And Sharon's got the color, but it's the other number, Sharon. And Artie, raise that up a bit. Okay, that is the color of the cup. That is the color of the dice. That is the value. And Pam, you've got the number. You're saying blue, but it's the other one that looks like blue. So it's the
Okay.
green 4 in a red cup. Everybody lift their mask up just to verify.
Yep.
Here's what you were seeing. Okay, I'm gonna pick 4 pictures. There's a picture of that black puck with the red maple leaf on it. There is a picture of an umbrella, and it's got the stripes in dark, like a turquoise blue and then a very light blue. Got a card showing a gold-colored $1 Canadian piece, the loon. Our fourth choice card has the black number 5 on it. What I'm going to do is shuffle them under the table, so I have no idea which one I'm going to grab. I'm shuffling them randomly, and I'm going to grab a green cup, and I'm going to grab one of those cards. I've grabbed it. I don't see it. And under the table, I'm going to put it into the green cup, and I'm lifting the cup up to your screen, and I do not know which card this is in it. Which card is it of the 4? Okay, this is one try for everybody. Just feel it, see it, and name it. Pam says the black puck. Pat says the loon, the dollar piece. And Dahlia says the gold-colored dollar piece. Artie says it's the 5, the number 5. So Sharon says the umbrella. Okay, everybody lift their mask up and let's pull the card out and reveal it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Who said the umbrella? That was you, Sharon, right? You got
Good
it.
job,
Well done.
Sharon.
Well done. Just for fun, we're going to do that one more time. I'm going to shuffle the cards. It's one of those 5 that it's going to be. In the darkness of your mind sight, you can get a very vague haze of color. You could get a vague shape also. You might hear it. You might get a sense of knowing. It's like, well, I just know it's this. In the intuitive level, there's many ways that it can come to you. So I've shuffled, I'm grabbing one, I'm throwing the others out of sight, I'm putting it in the cup, and I'm putting the cup to the screen. I don't know what it is, but see the red cup and go through the cup and tell me which one of the four cards it is. Pam says dollar. Good to exercise the intuitive level mindsight. And Dahlia says the black puck. And Pat says the umbrella. Sharon
Oh,
says
yeah.
the umbrella again. And Artie says the 5. Okay, mask up and let's reveal it. It's the dollar. Who said dollar?
I did.
Anybody else?
Yay!
Well
Yay.
done. Well
Yay.
done. Let's
Yeah,
see if we
thank
can-
you.
Has anybody got some experiences to tell us about how they're advancing or things that have happened around their minds? Like, Pam, you've got your hand up.
Yep. We had to drive 2 hours one way to Little Rock yesterday, and I wore my mask all the way down,
Okay.
and I wore it all the way back. And when I was coming back, I started being able to see green. And when I would lift my mask to see, it was a road sign every time. And I don't know if I missed any of them coming and going, but every time that I looked and I saw them, it was there. And then at the last, I suddenly was seeing blue and pink. And I thought, what is that? It's not a vehicle. And I lifted my mask and it was blue and pink sunset.
Ah,
But I was seeing these things pretty far off in the distance rather than up close. And the color of a vehicle I would check would be right. But I was amazed that I was seeing things way down the road, which was surprising.
it's telescopic. Both Wendy and I had experiences where we could see something very far away, but read it very plainly.
Good.
And
Cool.
so very interesting, Pam. That's great.
Thank you.
Excellent. And can I ask you a question?
Mhm.
You weren't driving, were you?
Good question.
Gary was.
You know, I do have a question, Rob. So I have the windows on either side, the small ones, and I have like these lights and bubbles kind of around them. So I thought maybe the rest of the windows might open up that way. But then I noticed today that I can see room, but it's like Claudia had said, looking through cheesecloth. So I'm wondering, is it possible to have windows open in different ways? Do you think they'll open all in the same way?
No, they can open up in different ways.
Okay.
I mean, typically they open up the same way, but you can have almost anything's possible.
Okay.
They can open up in a different way. And,
Okay.
this could be part of the, humor of our mindset. Who knows? Just
Yeah.
to throw you off base. You're expecting one thing and it does another. It's like, no, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I would just let it flow.
Okay.
Whatever way it opens, it opens.
Whole thing with the windows opening in different ways. I was testing just the back of my head for 2 days. I could see colors on the back of my head, but I was seeing it from the front. And it was almost like it was reflecting what was back there. So that was just opening in a totally different way than the other ones did. And
yeah, I had that with my intuitive mindset also. If somebody held a card behind me, it appeared as if it was in front.
But I'm going to try that tomorrow while I'm practicing. I'm going to hold a sheet of paper behind me and see what happens.
When I was practicing today, I realized that I caught myself trying too hard, which meant the left brain was in there.
A little bit.
So the main thing I had to do was keep reminding myself to relax and, like you say, just don't care. And then things really do start to happen better that way.
Yeah, for the ladies that are seeing, do you find that if you get too forceful with it, it disappears?
Yeah, definitely. If I come into group 2 rush, because I have a medium shoot right before this, and if it runs over, I've learned to just excuse myself so that I have a few minutes to, shift gears and shift my brain. Otherwise, I won't see anything. And my cats, a lot of times when I close the door, they all line up at the door meowing and clawing at it and wanting in. And that'll kind of stress me out, and then I'll lose my mindsight, So yeah, pressure or stressors or things will definitely shut it off.
yeah, whenever I'm feeling more stressed or something and I put on the mask, I can still see, but I have to strain. It's almost like the windows get really small and kind of cheeseclothy. But when I'm relaxed, I don't even have to, it's like I'm looking with my regular eyes almost. It's like I don't have to strain, I don't have to smile and all that stuff. I can just see. But it's only when I'm like really relaxed and it gets super, super clear.
Have a great evening, ladies, and we'll see
Thank
you
you.
in the Mindsight class.
All right.
Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Rob.
Rob.
All right, you're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Okay,
Thank
bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye.